Here we go. Second game underway, and Marcus Sasser will control the basketball. Obviously, Sasser might be in that backup point guard position.
A lot of changes for both of these franchises with their personnel at the varsity level. We're going to talk it more as the game progresses, but a lot of new faces for both of these teams coming up this season.
Sasser with 5. Sasser, did he get it off in time? The ruling is yes, it's a three-pointer. McLean lets fly short right into the waiting arms of Holland.
Looked like maybe Wendell Moore got a piece of that, or a piece potentially of McCain's wrist.
There's Holland on the other end off the glass.
Yeah, you're going to see it.
Back in Secaucus, and indeed, they wiped off that 3. Wendell Moore, no. Offensive rebound, and Tulu Smith's been very...
You hope that somebody's going to chip down on your guy. That time he was able to get a putback.
Here's Council in the open floor, reverse jam.
Little something extra here for the crowd that's turned out.
Played last year in the NBL in Australia as Jeff Doughton Jr. gets the bucket for Philly.
Yeah, I've been watching Jeff Doughton for a long time. He's another guy that's got a really herky-jerky game, but a natural.
You don't want everybody else to know, but he was very apparent and very transparent, I should say, with that first offer he was not happy about, and now here he is in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I have on these sheets I fill out for all these teams. I always make a list of the top of the East, outside of Boston, incredibly competitive for spots 2 through 7, really.
Milwaukee hopes that they get back into that upper echelon as well.
And I was going to mention R.J. Hampton has checked in for the Sixers. He's a former first-round pick of the Milwaukee Bucks back in 2020.
Wearing number 26 in white, and a three-pointer. That was a smooth stroke.
Based on his track record, there's a good chance he misses time at some point. You're going to need another big body. Paul Reed is now gone. He's actually going to be in Detroit. So there's an opportunity there, I think, for Adem Bona.
Pac-12's Defensive Player of the Year last year at UCLA. Rim running, shot up, missed. Bona's right there to clean it up and flush. Can hit the 3 ball.
Yeah, Eric Gordon's a guy that's a really good fit for them. He's been around a long time, but you need somebody that can play off of. It's a lot of young talent. Now they're trying to figure out how to make that all come together, and they're trying to see, and they saw some of that this year with Kay Cunningham, I think, in what?
Pistons, not sure he liked the call on that one. Here's a turnover that sets up transition. Dennis Jenkins scoring.
More draft picks in this game than we had yesterday.
Guys that are looking for two-way deals. Nice play inside to Tolu Smith for the dunk. Mintz with 4 to shoot, ducks in and connects on his first bucket.
As they start to now try to turn this around, for Philadelphia, it's different. If you add Paul George to Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and you don't think you can win a championship, something's wrong. So clearly they have that kind of length. Doesn't come around every day. And of course, you know what Giannis Antetokounmpo has turned himself into, because he's got incredible work ethic and he's added to his game every time. I remember seeing Victor Wembanyama, which he will, but a lot of these guys, look, they went to teams that are picking high for a reason, and this is going to be a great learning experience, and you're going to get more opportunities in some situations than others.
Justin Edwards. So McLean looks like he's still wearing a Blue Devils jersey, except says Phila across the chest.
That's what they did. They're honoring him as their first-round pick.
Klintman from the corner. Nice
shot there. You saw a big reason why Philadelphia wanted him with that pick. They wanted a shooter. It was interesting because the very next pick was Dalton Knecht. And as Philadelphia picked at 16 with Knecht sitting there at 17, those two players who were both going to competitive situations, and both guys brought in to shoot the basketball and fill it up.
Back-to-back three-pointers by Bobby Klintman, their second-round pick. Compared for a while, and Knecht's been off to a really good start so far in Summer League.
Yeah, I just love the pick. I thought he should have been a top 10 pick. He's the most NBA ready, I think, of anybody in this first round to come in, plug and play day one. And Ricky Council.
And everything else has been awesome. Well, congratulations on everything. Thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck to you, the big man, Paul George, and the whole team this season.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Go Sixers.
It's terrific. He broke down at one point in tears, you know, as his family was there too. Just his journey to get to where he's gone, and you know he appreciates every minute of it.
And I think he's got the type of game and personality that uplifts Joel Embiid. I think it gives Joel Embiid a lot of confidence that...
Didn't matter. Possession goes to Philadelphia. Shot up and in for Jared McCain for Tucker.
If I'm Ron Holland, I might at this point want to choose somewhere else to go with my drives because Tucker has just locked him up throughout camp and the first half of the season.
Well, he has done just about everything you would ask him to do at the G League level. In Delaware, played in 27 games, averaged almost 24 points a game. Playing well for the Sixers Summer League team, despite that miss. Nice little roll to the basket, Jace Johnson. Having on the floor, Slauson. And up ahead, Estrada finishes.
And I've been impressed with Slauson today as well. The dribble handoff, creating that turnover with his length. And this is another guy who was a second-round pick a year ago.
Basket is good for David. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the third. On a ball movement, Clipman can't finish, but an offensive rebound and the step back for Johnson. Aluma not able to finish there. He quietly had himself a really good first half, Keve Aluma. Three-pointer, Estrada's good.
And I called him Chris Jenkins. It's Danish Jenkins. And the reason I said Chris Jenkins because all
You're
the
in football
Nova,
mode?
well, all the Nova talk. Chris Jenkins
that Chris Jenkins.
Hit the game winner for Nova in the
Against
national
Carolina.
championship game. And all we talk about is Villanova anymore. Really good college player at University of Houston. And I think he's going to have an opportunity to get some big playing time this year in Detroit for J.B. Bickerstaff.
Keve Aluma.
Attack well off the dribble and show that athletic ability because you're going to have more time typically when you take perimeter shots.
Well, that's a tough shot. Turning in the air and twisting. And Bono late clock. Oh, and able to put it in, Keve Aluma.
Get that ball in the basket.
2-point game. Both teams have struggled with their shot, both hovering around 40%, and one more basket good. That'll be Summer League in Vegas. Holland, the 5th pick in the draft on the float.
You saw the touch on that floater. This is his game. It looked like,
you know, argue that, but they're getting themselves a seasoned coach in Detroit for a young team.
yeah, and you just look at how it ended in Cleveland for him. I mean, they beat Orlando in a 7-game series in the first round. Orlando's a really good up-and-coming team, and then they lose to the eventual.
I felt the two teams I thought could break through. One was Houston. I really felt Detroit maybe could put it together. Did not. They start over. Houston's gotten to the point now where they're looking to make that next level in the West.
Yeah, Houston surprised some people a year ago to basically it's just different than what you have faced in college. It's just not the same. The length, the athleticism, the quickness, how small the windows are of opportunity to get a clean shot up.
Philadelphia's got it up 1 with coming up on 4 minutes to play. Neither team is led by more than 10. Aluma wide open, and he has been Downton passing back to Aluma. Had a chance for a 3, instead took it inside and got the continuation. Chance for 3 for Keve Aluma. And he's got 18 so far for the Sixers this afternoon. Smith deep scores. Tulu Smith the bucket. And one opportunity for Ricky Council IV.
I'm really going to be curious to see if Ron Holland can, add the three-point element to his game as his career goes on, because his mechanics are pretty solid. Is not necessarily a real confident three-point shooter, and he's a guy that has so much success getting to the paint, he doesn't need it. He hasn't needed it to this and just go to work. I mean, he's really an accomplished offensive player with the ball in his hands.
Another three-point miss. Doughton with a chance to stick a dagger with 90 seconds to go. And 4 scores in double figures. And the 76ers are going to come away with a win in their Las Vegas Summer League debut. 94-81, the final over Detroit.
Just run.